coffee. Blue collar, good morning. Oh, I'm going to try to get this thick cut bacon extra crispy this morning. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I'm not even 100% sure on what I'm going to make. But whatever it is, it's going to have bacon in it. Hey, happy Easter, Blue. We are just going to take it easy and hang out until later on tonight. Then we're going to go and have dinner with the in-laws. Ooh, this is some nice thick cut bacon. Good morning, B and Becky. And Doctor Who, happy Easter. Sorry guys, I'm trying to... Oh well, we'll just refresh that. Gonna get this bacon extra crispy. Humble, good morning. Turn this up a little bit. Last weekend I made some bacon and it started popping a lot, so I don't want to get that fire too high. I don't much really like getting splattered with bacon. Oh boy, is it buffering a lot for you guys? It's pretty close to ham cigars. I don't know if I've ever had ham on Easter. That's kind of, yeah, I've never, growing up, we did a just a really traditional Hispanic dishes for on Easter. The whole family was there, so we would make a lot of. My grandma would make a lot of food. No, nothing new picked up for metals this week. Uh, the coin shop was closed yesterday, I believe, and for Good Friday. So I didn't get anything new. That's that could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. Um, Now you know what sounds really good for dinner tonight is a nice big smoked brisket, but didn't uh, didn't get that prepped in time. Nice, Humble. That's good. That's good. I'm all about the dimes. You know, and I was just thinking that this morning when I woke up. I saw a Constitutional Stackers video he did last night. Ooh, he's hitting that 90% kind of hard this year. So but there's nothing wrong with that. And I see it, and I'm thinking to myself, I need to be doing the same thing because I am really light on the 90%, and I don't know. I just can't seem to ever follow through with that. We'll see what happens. Well, thanks, Humble. Um, Becky will be posting something. Nice. I, I have yet to make any stickers. I have yet to get any stickers made. I don't know why. I don't. Maybe I got to figure out how to take advantage of the deals or find a good logo. I mean, the channel icon there is of me in Miss West Texas. I don't know if that would make a good sticker. Poker chips. Yeah, those are cool. I like the. What I really do like that they don't. I don't think they could do it anymore. You'd have to ask Cigars. Hey, Transit. Good morning. You'd have to ask Cigars if they still do that. The Topps trading cards. I would be interested in those, but I don't know. The poker chips just always seem too expensive. Maybe they're not. Well, this. Sorry guys, I got my little laptop here, and for some reason it keeps wanting to kick me off onto some weird Wi-Fi, and I don't know which. Maybe Miss West Texas will know. They don't do the Topps trading cards anymore. I liked those. What the heck's going on here? Yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why I don't know, I hadn't decided to do stickers or poker chips or anything like that. It's really it's all about it's the cost. Oh, this is really now it's saying I have a strong signal, but there's no internet connection. This is goofy stuff going on this morning. Well, if it keeps doing this, then I'm gonna have to figure out. Oh wow, transit, that's horrible. Hey, there's quite a few tornadoes. There's quite a few tornadoes last night from what I saw this morning. We had a few. Well, we had a thunderstorm to the south of us last night, which was actually really nice because it blew in a bunch of cold air. Okay, I can't do it, guys. That dang laptop's about ready to frustrate me. So we're just going to do this so I can read the chat. Yeah, there's quite a few tornadoes I saw last night or this morning. couple touchdowns. Must have been a bad one, Transit. Man, be safe out there, brother. That's the one thing that you know, they people just don't know how to drive these no anymore. They really don't. They don't know how to drive. They don't know just the common courtesies of the road, you know. It's pretty crazy. Everybody's in a big rush to get nowhere fast. So no new medals for me. I wouldn't like driving through Dallas when the sun was out and it was shiny. I mean, it's we have here in this state, we have some of the worst Scrap, they drive like they're playing a video game. Freaking Grand Theft Auto or something, you know? They just... It's real bad here in Odessa. I don't know if you guys have ever... I mean, maybe it's like that everywhere, but it just seems to be real bad around here. With all the craziness and all the people driving and delivering pizzas doesn't make it any easier. God, and it just seems like I'm all crooked. I have a feeling I'm all crooked. Oh, nice. Ah, you're up there in the Pacific Northwest, huh, Humble? God, I don't know how many of y'all are, you know, you got mountains around you, but growing up we did. And I should have just been stacking up 5-gallon buckets of dirt, gravel out of the creeks up there from the mountains and seeing what I could find. There was a neighbor, they used to go up there and he had his little sluice set up in his yard with a swimming pool and totes, some Rubbermaid totes that he would run that dirt through and run that gravel through, and it was, he didn't really find much gold, a few little flakes, but he found a lot of cool stuff, a lot of amethyst and a lot of amethyst and stuff like that he'd find, and some whoa, I'm about ready to start breaking stuff. Some semi-precious stones. And that was kind of cool. And it really, that should have sparked my interest in stuff back then, but I had other things on my mind. Well, I've seen, don't they have a big emerald mine over there, or someplace where you can get buckets and sift through them to find emeralds? It's popping a lot now. Oh, here's my awesome editing skills. Isn't that just a beautiful sound? Oh, it's a beautiful sound. What a great sound. Yeah, I grew up there around Prineville, right there in Central Oregon, and there was a lot to do. We were just talking about that the other day. There was a lot to do up there. It's not like here. Here you, hey Chex, happy Easter. Ah, hell, that's not bacon. That's oh, to each their own, I guess. But you gotta. I have my thoughts and opinions on microwave ovens. Microwave ovens are no bueno. Microwaves are no good, and I think that they're probably actually not just for the pure fact of usually the food that people prepare in microwaves is unhealthy, but I think the radiation that the microwaves put into the food to heat it can't be good for us. It just can't be good for us. Hell, nothing's good for us nowadays. So I just don't think that's microwave ovens make it any better. Give me a fresh cup of coffee here. So, I hope there's nothing messy back there that y'all can see. Maybe a few dishes. Oh, it's so hard. That's a never-ending war between the kids in Miss West Texas is dishes. Dishes. She's always doing dishes, and I'm telling her, maybe it's about time you teach these girls how to do the dishes. They're old enough. And she just doesn't. I don't know. She's one of those where if she's gonna clean, it's gonna be her way. So. Boy, everything just doesn't seem to be working right. That's a good idea, Humble. That's a great idea. That is actually not. Oh, awesome. Well, I was going to make hash browns, but we only got 2 potatoes. So, We've got to figure out something now. Something different. You know? Well, how the heck am I supposed to? How am I supposed to make hash browns without any potatoes? That is. Let me close some of this stuff here. I'm just leaving everything open. So, well, they're kind of dusty, so I don't want to show them too much, but they're just a lot of Miss West Texas's little cat miniatures, cat dolls, whatever it is. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not even sure why this one's in the kitchen, but I don't know why she got this. I don't know. Little cat stuff. It's kind of. Yeah. Just stuff like that. I don't know. Kind of weird. She got one of a cat walking a poodle. One of my daughters got me this for my birthday one year at a yard sale, an estate sale. And like a little racehorse jockey deal. It was back when I first started collecting or stacking, and she thought that it was something that I could use in my stack. It has some writing on it, and I looked it up, and I think it's from Japan, 1950s Japan, I think it said. But I just thought it was real cool, and we put it, Miss West Texas put it up there with all her stuff, her little cats and owls and more cats. But yeah, it's hey Cartier, happy Easter. I'd have to look it up, checks. It might be. I mean, I'd have to look it up again. But it was just a cool little piece, and you know, when you have little girls and they think of dad to get them something, a gift, you know, somewhere, that just it makes it special, you know. Yeah, so that's I always like it, you know. And this daughter of mine, because as y'all know, we have twins. They're not identical twins, and they act nothing alike, but she is as stubborn as the day is long. She is the stubborn child. Definitely oh man, boy, she is she is hard-headed, and I'd love to say that this daughter of mine takes up after her mama, but I'm afraid that this daughter of mine takes up after both of us. So she inherited the yeah, she inherited both those traits from me and Mrs. West Texas. Got into my daughter because she's stubborn. She's, oh man, she's mean. She's tough as nails. But she's also the one that will give. Like she will give. She's very artistic, very creative, and if you know she if we're out somewhere or her and the mom and grandma and everybody are out somewhere, she will be the first one to think of somebody else that's not there. You know, whether they're out having lunch or just shopping around, she will think of everybody else and be like, you know what, we need to get something for the people that aren't here. But tell her to do something she doesn't want to do, and all hell's gonna break loose. Yep, that's the way she is with that. And I really don't know what I'm gonna do with these potatoes. There may be some out in the garage, but I don't want to go out to the garage right now. I want to. Wow, I'm at a little standstill for breakfast here now. I don't know what to do. Oh well, I guess you don't need potatoes for breakfast. Yeah, Cartier, that's a great idea, but I only have two potatoes. Oh boy. It's just something that we always have. We always have potatoes, so I thought I didn't think anything of it. But I guess I'll just do sausage for right now. Some people tell me, Mr. West Texas, you should be more organized in the kitchen when you do your live streams. And I'm like, well, I probably should, but I'm not really a cooking, even though we seem to do a lot of cooking on this channel. That's not really what it's about. It's about silver and metals. But, you know, like bacon. Did I start my coffee? Yes, I did. Need to get this coffee under control. So just curious out there in the chat, have y'all ever talked to anybody, any younger kids, or younger adults, I should say, about stacking silver? As you guys know, I work at the Pizza Hut. It's my second job. And there's a kid in there, he's really bright. First of all, the way I see it is anybody any 18, 19, 20-year-old that's working at Pizza Hut after high school should probably rethink what they're doing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with working there. Not trying to put people down that work at a fast food place, but when you're 18, 19, 20 years old, you got your youth and you got your strength and you got your I'm tough as nails attitude. You got energy. Get your butt out there and start working 70 hours a week. Get out there and start getting that overtime, getting that paycheck. And quit wasting your time making $10 an hour at the Pizza Hut. And I try not to give them too much advice because they're not my kids, and I don't want to get them offended or anything like that. But I try to pep talk them, quit wasting your time here at a minimal job and go out and get a physical, good paying job. I heard some of the times they're not even that physical. There's some of these pumping jobs out here in the oil field that pay 20, 28, between $20 and $28 an hour as a pumper, and you just drive around and check tank batteries and all that other stuff. Hell, I should be out doing that. That's a job I could do. But if they come across any leaks and all that, then they got to take care of it. But just tell them, just talk to them. I've been talking to this kid about it, and I said, look, man, every time you get paid, take $40 and go buy an ounce of silver. I said, by the time you get my age, if that's all you can do, by the time you get my age, you'll be doing pretty dang good. You'll have a lot saved. And a lot of it comes, and Cartier, I thought about that. I thought, maybe I ought to go take them an Eagle. Maybe I ought to take this kid an Eagle, and maybe that'll push them, because for one, we need more people. We need more people to get enthusiastic about this stacking stuff and about silver and gold. And some of these kids, they think that a $300 pair of shoes is where it's at. They think that Am I lagging or slowing down any? For some reason, I don't know. I can't figure out if my internet's working right or not today. I don't see why it shouldn't be, but you never know here. Here in Texas, you just never know. Okay, good. Thank you, El. Yeah, I'm thinking about it last night, and what kind of brought it up last night was one of the managers got a older $5 bill. And I think it was a 90 something, 95, 92, 95 dollar $5 bill, and these kids have never seen one. I mean, could you imagine that? Like, they have never, God, that's noisy. They have never seen an older $5 bill. And, and that kind of, he showed interest in it, and I was like, well, I can get you something a little bit older than that, and so he started showing interest in it there at the end of the night, but we'll see what happens. If I give him, I hope that I wouldn't give him like a ounce buffalo or something like that, or even a Benjamin, and just have him take it home and lose it or trade it off or something. The only place he could take it here would be to the coin shop and to get any money for it. And I'm pretty sure the owner would know who gave it to him. Yeah, I'll pick up a cheap Cole Morgan or something. I don't know. Sweetheart, good morning. Did you know that we only had 2 potatoes?
No.
How am I supposed to make hash brown with 2 potatoes? Is there any in the garage? Yeah. Also, the next question I had for you is, what's up with the internet? It keeps like it won't the little laptop, it won't let it connect. It's been acting like funny, haha.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Hey, Humble, see you later, man. Have a great day. Great Easter Sunday. Thanks for stopping in, man. James, good morning. Happy Easter, everybody, and God bless. Gotta go. Take care, James. So, yeah, I'll find something. I'll find something kind of cool to give to him. And, like I said, there's not much of a place he can trade it off. Now, I tell you what I was kind of doing when I first started delivering pizzas for Pizza Hut. I like to drum up business for the LCS. I like to kind of advertise for them when I can. So I bought, and this was back when the Mercury dimes were about $2 each. So I bought 10 of them. And I put them in the flips, for, you know, the bolt, says the bolts on them. And I would just randomly hand them out on deliveries to people. And I thought it was kind of cool, you know. Some people that I handed them out to thought, oh, well, cool, you know. It's not very often that you get a guy deliver you pizza and hands you a little piece of silver, you know, from the 1940s. And one delivery, I said, sir, I'd like to give you a little something. And I reached in my pocket and handed it to him. And he looks at it and he's like looking at it like, you know, he's got in his hand and he's looking at it like this and kind of got this nasty look on his face. And I said, it's a mercury dime. And he looks up at me and he says, I know what it is. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell you got it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. Yeah, it was kind of, that really kind of put it off on me. But I try not to let that kind of stuff really affect me or get to me too much. But I mean, sometimes you can't help it, you know. Sometimes it's just, yeah. He was very rude, and so I quit doing that. And maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should start it back up every once in a while. You know, my whole thought process behind it was, let's see if maybe somebody will take that piece and go in there and at least ask them what it is or if it's worth anything, and let it kind of spark their interest from there. But I don't know if it was really worth it. He said he had told me that he had gotten a few customers in, a few people come in because of that. Yeah, keep it. And I did that on Halloween too. I handed out some mercury dimes. Your coffee cup? Which one? This one? Uh-huh. You don't like the one that says home on it?
I got it.
People are interested about your things over here.
What? Oh, all my cats.
All your cats.
I need to take everything down from there and
clean it. Yeah, I saw that.
That's me.
So everything else is connecting to the internet fine except for this little laptop.
No, it's not just the laptop. It's not doing it. It's messing up on the girls' Kindles.
Oh.
And
yeah, we stack cats around here.
I know. Somebody said last night, God, you have more cats than Neil.
No, we don't.
On Dynasty. And as he goes nickel, and I was like, no, dude, like, we only have 4. We didn't even plan on having that many, but we had to rescue Ducky.
Elle says good morning.
Good morning,
and Bean
Al.
Becky says hi.
Bean Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Bean. Good morning, Bean Becky and Al.
I don't know what to make now. This whole 2 potato thing's got me stumped for breakfast.
Can I go?
Yeah, you can get into the refrigerator.
I can't stop yawning.
Yeah. I don't think there's any hash browns in
I
there.
cannot believe it.
We used both of them.
I feel like I just got groceries.
Yeah, we probably did.
And like we're already...
Elle kept saying French toast. French toast. Maybe I'll do French toast.
French toast would be good.
Yeah, but use carrots. Cartier says use carrots. Do we have carrots? Fried carrots? I like raw baby carrots.
Oh, we do have carrots. Shredded carrots. There's one. Look down there at the very bottom.
I did look down here at the very bottom.
There's not a bag there?
No. Mine went in the camera.
Say no to crack.
There's no potatoes.
And then I guess on the one Sunday that you're actually willing to make them for me and you don't have any.
Yeah.
You can make me those too. That's enough. Just make me my own little.
Well, I don't make you your own little potatoes. What if I make beans instead?
Are you gonna make French toast?
No, I don't know.
Did you have to go to the store this morning?
No, the stores are closed this morning.
Oh, they are?
Yes,
At Walmart too?
probably. I didn't even think about Walmart. Walmart's an evil corporation, so. It might have been open. I just didn't want to go. I didn't want to get out this morning. You know, anytime you go anywhere, it takes an hour. I'm jonesing. I'm jonesing hard.
I wouldn't be saying that out loud.
Why? I'll ask the chat. So, question for the chat. If y'all go a week or so without getting any medals, any silver, do you start experiencing withdrawal symptoms? Because I do. See, Cartier says yes. Cartier. Okay.
Cartier. That's like me saying, what's it, outlaw?
So yeah, it happens to me. If I don't go to the LCS, I get the itch. And since he was closed Friday and yesterday.
You want to have some cold creamer? Cold cream here?
No, I don't. I don't want all that in mine. Hey, how you doing, KYH? See, Transit says a couple months without gold. Yes. So we all experience this. We all experience these bouts of withdrawals from not buying any. Hey, do we have any wieners in the fridge? We have no wieners. No sausages? No links? No nothing. That'll work.
I don't know if this one's
It is.
good. Good stuff.
So, yeah, he was closed. He was closed. He might have closed early on a Friday, and he was definitely closed yesterday. So I didn't get a chance to go in and buy anything. And yes, I am going through withdrawals today?
I don't know. I think it's good. It's been in there a while.
So it's either, so now I have no choice but to wait it out till next Saturday. Unless I do like a hero.
You're better than you used, like you've gotten better about it than you were before. You used to drive me insane before.
When I wouldn't get anything?
Yeah.
Well, I try to look on the positives of it, you know.
Which was being not
Because
very often, but
I try to think like, okay, so if I have this much saved now, then by the time next Saturday rolls around, I'll have more. You know what I mean? And I really have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to make stuff up. I should have started frying the potatoes first and then the sausage. Well, maybe I could look at Whatnot later. I don't know. You did order some Eagles from Walmart, right? Ooh, I almost cut my finger 3 times right there. Here in Louisiana, so be careful because there's a line of storms heading.
has anybody seen Ducky?
But yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what I want to get. The plus side to this is that even if I just save, then I can probably go in and get a 1/4 ounce of gold and a few ounces of silver, which would be a plus. There we go, and now I got potatoes. And hopefully it's enough for everybody. It looks like it should be. Uh-oh. If I don't knock them all out of the pan. Is my chat freezing up still? Golly, it just seems like it's not going right. I'm sure I have. Did you check behind the curtain?
Yeah, I think he's under the girls' bed, but they're, you have to literally get on the floor to look under their bed.
I don't know if this is, why is this internet having problems today?
It's been acting funny lately.
Is it because you think the router where it's at has anything to do with it? Why is it on the floor now?
I don't know, I just got it out of the way because it's not fitting up there.
Maybe that's where it was and try it, you know?
It's been like that forever.
That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't gotten anything. My dad passed away last year, and he had a couple gold coins and some older Morgans and peace dollars. He had them, and I thought, I will maybe get these. Maybe get these, but I don't really want them now. I don't really want it now. I thought I did, but hi, sis. Let my mom hang on to them, and let my mom have it in case she ever finds the time to need it. I told her that if she never manages to ever need it, to go ahead and pass it down to my older son. Yeah, I need to, me and Mrs. we were talking about this. I keep knocking stuff out. And we were talking about this the other day. It would be nice for us to find a church to go to. We were going to one here, but I don't know. You gotta be able to. I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was for us anyways. Nothing bad, not saying anything bad about that church that we were going to, but it just seemed like it was a good fit for us. There's quite a few elderly people, quite a few elderly folks, and it would be nice to find a church with some people more our age. We're not exactly young, but we're kind of not elderly, but not young either. Get another thing of coffee. So I said to her that Oh, this looks good. Okay, don't mind the handy dandy camera skills, but I made 2 potatoes turn into that. And I don't think I'm done quite yet. Should have thrown in carrot. Yeah, it's not too late. But that should make enough for everybody to at least have a little bit. I think I'm going to pour some cheese over the top of it when it's about done. So, and I know it's Easter Sunday and I didn't want to bring too much of it up. I know it's a touchy subject for a lot of people, and it's been on the media quite a bit, a lot. But this kid, this kid that went to the track meet. Gosh dang, I can't think of his name. Yeah, I can't. Austin and the other kid, I can't think of their names, both their names right now. But man, what a horrible event, Yeah, on both sides, to be honest with you. But I mean, there's same thing with the other story about the MS-13 guy that got deported. Now all these people are setting up donations after donations, and same with this kid. They're just, how is it that there's so many people in this world that don't understand right from wrong and gladly give up, donate to a cause like this? I didn't think that GoFundMe or these other money raising platforms could sponsor and allow people to profit off a criminal act. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, and I know I'm kind of repeating what else, what has been said on social media, but he broke the law. He was breaking the law when he decided to take a blade on the school grounds. That just means that there was intent right there. And is this all to start some an even greater divide? I mean, if this kid gets off scot-free on it, which it looks like he just might, is it gonna lead to more violence? Or people gonna just think that, oh, well, we can get away with it now because it was different skin tones. that that it happened to. I mean, I understand this world less and less every day. I mean, there was a reason why this kid went to the wrong section to sit. There's a reason why he took a weapon on school property. And this, and people are just buying it up. People are just like, oh, he was a good kid. He's a good kid. He's this, he's that. Let's donate money to his cause. Meanwhile, the parents are sitting there just heading to the bank. Heading to the bank, This other guy that got deported. Why? I mean, you would think that it would be easier for people to donate to a good cause, to a helpful cause, not some violent thugs. I mean, it's just, that's what they are. They're just violent thugs, and there's that, when that time where people are going to call evil good and good evil. That time is now. If it hasn't ever been so plain in sight, in your face, that time is now. People are definitely throughout this, everywhere. It's not just in the United States of America. It's all over the world. People are calling evil good and good evil. What do we do with this? How can we right this? How can we turn this around? How can we, and I really don't think there's an answer for it. It's crazy because you got a certain group of people that want to talk about oppressed. We've been oppressed for so long. We've been oppressed, and the truth is that there's a very small portion of the population that hasn't been oppressed, that the system doesn't take advantage of. If you go break your back at a job 60, 70 hours a week just to make ends meet, to provide for your family, that's oppression. You're being oppressed. If you got to work 2 jobs to be able to make it, it's the same thing. We're all getting it. This oppression stuff, it's not directed to one group of people. It's not just one. Sorry, y'all got the market cornered on oppression. You're right. You're the ones for your whole existence have been oppressed. We all have the same chances. We all have the same abilities to get where we want to get to in life. You just got to take advantage of them. You got to be able to knuckle down and do what you got to do. And there's no, I mean, it goes along the lines of this video that Miss West Texas made about the poor man's mentality. Do you really need to get your nails done every week when you're living in low-income housing? Or get your hair done every week when you're living in low-income housing? and that's not trying to knock on people that are in low income housing, but I mean, if you need it, you need it. But if you got enough money to go get all done up, get your hair done, get your nails, get your claws done up, then you might not need to be living where you're living, or you might not need the assistance you think you need. Because there's some of us out here that are, you know, I mean, I probably could afford to get Miss West Texas hair to go out and have her nails done and have her hair done. But that stuff ain't cheap nowadays. And yeah, I guess you're the only one. I'm not sure. Something about this algorithm here lately, it has not been giving the live streams very much views. I don't even know. What's really going on with it. Oh, I have to give me some bacon. Wow. But, oh, what was I talking about? We all have the same chances in this life. We just gotta buckle up and take advantage of them. And some people think, oh, well, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late for me. I'm too old. I've been a mess up most of my adult life. Why change it now? But you can. And me and Mrs. we were financial wrecks. I mean, when we met, we were two financial train wrecks colliding. Just. We were not good with money. We didn't care that we weren't good with money. It was all about the right now. And we waited, you know, and then we got into stacking silver and stacking gold and hey, Richard, how's it going? And we got into that, and next thing you know, our financial situation started turning around. We started looking at things different. And yeah, we were a little late to the game, but I mean, even if we weren't stacking, or even the people that don't stack, it's never too late to change your financial situations. You know, you just got to get that mindset of your priorities. Oh, wow. Yeah, and look at how great you're doing. You know, your stack is pretty darn nice. Just keep kind of plugging away at it, and you're right, it's not too late. Let's see here. But that's you know what I'm saying about the whole mentality of people and being oppressed and the divide. If they keep us fighting amongst each other, it's easier to take and they win. They take control. They got it all, right? It's the whole sleight of hand trick. Hey, cigars. That's good. That's good. I'll talk to him about it. But that's just the divide and conquer, man. That's sleight of hand. We're gonna keep them busy over here. You know, we'll keep them distracted and busy over here with all the infighting. Meanwhile, we're over here really putting the screws to them. You know, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating when you can see it, and you have people that still want to believe that it's a white, black, brown situation, you know, and it has nothing to do with it, you know. That I mean, and I can fall for it too. I can get wrapped up in it too. Here in Odessa, we have had a population boom of people from Cuba. And, you know, next thing you know, all these little taco stands we had all these little taco stands that were going, you know, that were here, that were good. And, oh gosh. I like your name, OTG. That's pretty awesome. But we have all these little taco stands now that are changed. They don't serve Mexican food anymore. They serve Cuban food. And some people get angry about that. Some people get angry about about all the door dashers that are here that are from Cuba. And it's like, well, they're hustling. They got goals in their heads, and you know, they got goals, and they're gonna do whatever it takes to meet those goals, you know. And if that means taking over businesses that weren't doing very well, or bringing something new to the area, something different, so be it. If that means, you know, working every DoorDash, Uber, every job like that they can on the side to get where they want to be, then I mean, you can't really fault people for that. You know, but I can get Happy Easter, OTG, but I can fall into that sometimes. You know, it's human nature. There's things that I see that I don't like, but in the long run, it's all about who hustles the most, you know, who has the drive, who's hungry. And I don't see a lot of people as hungry as they should be anymore. You know, it's all about, well, who can give us what? What can we get for free today? And a lot of people have that mentality. I see it a lot in the stacking community. Oh yeah. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Oh, there we go. So I see it a lot in the stacking community with these bigger channels. You know, and I don't bring up Yankee too much, but Yankee has, I don't know if he's still doing the Sundays, the Sunday prayer, but I always enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. But on Sundays, you would see he would be doing the Sunday prayer and praying with Yankee. I don't quite remember. And he would have, a couple hundred people in there watching and listening and participating in the chat. And that was great. And then he would do his, I don't know if he still does it on Mondays, but he would do his Monday night medals talk or something. He would have some special guest. It's actually been quite a while since I've watched any of it, but he would do that. And then Thursdays he would do his massive live stream with 100 or 1,000 plus people watching and listening, because everybody knew that he was going to do a pretty big giveaway at the end. And my point behind all that is that it's the people just sitting back wanting things for free. Where's that same energy when he's doing something different? Where's that same energy when he's not doing a giveaway? Yeah, y'all feel free to share your channel, drop your links and all that. And that's awesome. But that's what I mean. Listen, I wish that people had that same energy on his prayer, live streams as they do on his giveaway ones. And it's kind of sad, Is it great to get something in the mail unexpected? It's awesome. It is a great feeling. It is an awesome feeling to go to that P.O. box and seeing an envelope in there from somebody and getting stickers or getting a piece of silver. Humble sent us a really nice Texas Precious Metals white-tailed deer round. Beautiful. I forgot about my coffee. Yeah, prayers for Niels. The hell is that? Oh no. Well, that's not good. Somebody slipped a pumpkin spice flavored coffee pod in with the rest of them. So it looks like it's pumpkin spice in this nice little. Oh, that's awful. Somebody might want to start a GoFundMe for Niels. That's a lot of cats. He has a lot of cats, and having a lot of cats requires a lot of vet bills and a lot of cat food. A lot of cat food is something I know about, because even though I'm not very happy about it, Miss West Texas goes through about hold on, let me. Oh, she hit it. Well, she goes through a $30 bag of cat food a week. I'm sorry. A $30 bag of cat food a week, feeding the outside cats. you know, I'm not very thrilled about that. But I do care about animals. I don't want to see them starve, but I'm like, if you stop feeding them, they'll go somewhere else. uh, so, yeah, they can hunt for themselves, but oh, that is good. Oh. How in the heck did I do that? I should just pour it out, but I'm gonna suffer through it. Suffer through that pumpkin spice coffee. Oh yeah, they. Oh, they can definitely eat and they can hunt. Oh, they're so destructive. These cats are so destructive. Oh, what do you do?
Let's say Happy Easter, Michael.
Happy Easter. Yeah, down with the pumpkin. Ugh. I can't do it. There, I gotta make me a fresh cup now. I just can't do it. Probably ought to cut back on the coffee anyways, but coffee, bacon. Have y'all seen where there's studies that they're coming out with studies now that say that breakfast isn't the most important meal of the day? They're actually trying to say that breakfast, hey, morning space. Awesome. They're trying to say that breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. That breakfast is thought of was pushed by the meat industry to boost sales on pork. I don't know how true that is, but maybe it's true. I think it's important. I know when I was fighting forest fires, you definitely didn't want to skip out on breakfast in the fire camp. That was just one meal you didn't want to pass up. So, to me, it just does fit that it's a important meal of the day. And if it's going to be an important meal of the day, then we might as well make it a good one, right? Leave all the sugars and everything out of it. And I really don't know what I'm doing. I was thinking about some type of omelet type deal, but let's see if I can get this going the way I want to. Yeah, Space, if it's, it's a good boost of energy. Yep. But if I don't get them some breakfast, then they're gonna want something sweet, some cereal, or something like that. Now that does sound good, Space. I really don't know what I'm making here. Oh, dang. OTG, that's horrible. Oh, my great plan for this egg is not working out. I'm making a mess. It's all right. I'm having fun doing it. It'll taste good. Does beer count as a food? It should. I don't drink beer anymore. I don't drink. It needs carrots. I'm gonna have to try that. I don't drink beer or whiskey anymore. I quit drinking and I'm happier for it. I am happier for it. No, that did not turn out like I wanted. What time for different plan. I'll just scramble. There we go. A good old Texas China. Paper plates is another one of those things people think they need a lot of. And we kind of don't. But that's a whole different argument with me in Miss West Texas. Everybody's gonna eat scrambled eggs today. And that's probably gonna be it right here. Beat those eggs up. So, yeah, I was talking about these people that are profiting. Man, I think it's horrible. They should be, there should be no reason why these parents or other people, I mean, they should be starting GoFundMe's or any type of donations going to them. You know, if either one of us in the chat or anywhere else would go to do something like that, commit a crime like that, do y'all think we would have the privilege of having the family start a GoFundMe and donating to whatever it is that we need? Space, we're talking about that case here in Texas where that high school kid did some harm to the other kid at a track meet. This kid, boy, his parents are well off now. They bought a house, and you know they're just getting, and it's not. I don't believe it's through GoFundMe, but it's through another platform, you know, a fundraising platform. And it's just, I think it's horrible. I think it's disgusting. And there should be no reason why anybody should be allowed to profit off of crime. Whoop. You know, they want to talk about, you know, oh, he was being bullied, he was being picked on. Well, if you ask me, you're kind of the instigator when you go sit in the wrong spot. You know, it was during track meet. First, he took a weapon on school property, which showed intent. And you know, and now the parents are in a nice big fancy house because of the money that people are donating. The father of the kid that's no longer here has been getting threats. You know, there was a swatting incident. So, you know, somebody, I mean, it's just not cool, you know. It's just, I don't understand how this world can be turning the way it is. You know, we have the MS-13 guy that got deported back, and and people are raising money for him. He was here illegally, and we're talking about, hundreds of thousands of dollars for somebody that had committed a domestic, on their partner. And everybody, you got the senator from Massachusetts flying to El Salvador demanding that he be freed. This stuff ain't right. It's not right. I know everybody's been hearing about this in the news, and it's kind of political, but it's, what the heck are we, if we become a lawless country, I mean, who wants that? Who likes that, Oh man, it's gonna get to where there's never gonna be able to be, and there's gonna be not so much conflict, but there's gonna be altercations eventually, in everyday life. We're not gonna be it's never going to go away, conflicts. That's going to be a part of everyday life, for people. But when minor conflicts turn into violence, we're going down the wrong way, and I don't have a problem people funding their beliefs. I'm not giving them my money though. No, exactly, Space, but this ain't beliefs, This is funding a kid that unalived another kid with a knife that he took on school property. People shouldn't, these funding platforms, you shouldn't be able to gain. You shouldn't be able to gain from an act of violence. You shouldn't be able to make money because your kid unalived somebody. Poor me, send me money. We need to up our cost. We need to. Yeah, that's just not the way it should work. What kind of expenses do they have? They took this money that everybody donated to them and bought a big fancy house with it. And maybe it's all a setup. It's kind of sad that would, even come up, but maybe that's all just a big psyop, right? Maybe the CIA's behind all this. Hey Herman, how's it going? Yeah, Space, you're right. You're right. We will be the outlaws. The new age outlaws fighting for well, I guess that's all a matter of interpretation. Who what your definition is of right is. This is all speculative. This is all I mean, there's a lot of people out there that think that what they do is right, and other people might not think so. I guess I'm not going to make beans for breakfast. That's probably a good thing that I not make beans for breakfast. Yeah, they took all that money and bought a huge house. Yeah, it's not. I guess, a lot of people look at this kind of stuff and they say, mind your own business, stay in your own lane. If it doesn't affect you, then why worry about it? If it's not in direct, then why let it get to you? And I don't really let it bother me, but I think we should all, as a society, be concerned about this kind of stuff. And we're not like we're gonna be able to do anything about it. Just everybody should wake up and see the big picture. It's not a us versus us. It's a them versus us. And that's it. And the longer they can play that us versus us game with people, with the citizens of this country. Oh no, it's you know these guys are against you. They're against they're the ones against you. Yeah, very true, Space. Very true. It's like Miss West Texas says that what's done in the dark shall come forth in the light. And eventually, it's going to happen. Whoa. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Breakfast is cooked. I'm going to feed these kids and feed the family, and then see what we got going on for the day. You're fixing to cook on the griddle? Heck yeah, Herman. Hey, you should live stream it. Somebody brought something up the last time. We should do a dual cooking live stream. Yeah, I believe that too, Space. And the the bit of that though is that people people aren't sorry. They're not sorry for their actions. They show no remorse, no repentance. There's no empathy. There's no sympathy. It's turning into a one for all for one. Or every man for themselves. Oh man, LJ, the shad are spawning. Yeah, them crappie probably have full bellies right now then. Anyhow, I hope y'all have a happy Easter Sunday. Stay focused. We've got a whole nother week ahead of us. That's the great thing, We always have a week ahead of us. Feel blessed in that. I don't know what Nicholas Marginello is talking about, but everybody likes to use that word Adolf. Happy birthday to Adolf. You do know that there's a lot of people named Adolf, not just Adolf Hitler. Adolf is actually a fairly common name. So And why anybody would choose to even acknowledge his birthday is beyond me. But that's a whole different story. Y'all have a blessed day. Semper Fi, God bless. You know, yeah, look at that. Stay focused. Stay energized. Don't let nothing get you down. Don't let nobody get you down. Y'all have a great day and a great week. Oh, today is the president's birthday, huh? Well, God bless Donald Trump. God bless President Donald Trump. What a great president. Now that this knucklehead's in here, I might stay on a little bit. As far as I'm concerned, things haven't gotten too much better, but I believe that there's a method to his madness. There's a method to his madness, and it'll come to light. Like Miss West Texas says, you know, what happens in the dark will come to the light. And that's the way it's going to be. You know, it could be a lot worse. He could be, God, we could have ended up with cackling Kamala as president. And then what? We'd have just rolled over to the cartels and all the southern gangs and all the fentanyl overdoses. We would have just rolled over to all of it. Yeah. So it's funny, people speak on this stuff and they have no clue about what goes on with it. You know? They have not a inkling of an idea of what it's like. But hey, what do I know? God bless Donald Trump. That's what I got to say about that, you knucklehead. Whew, sorry, I got a little worked up there. Yeah, that knucklehead's probably not even in the chat anymore. People want to come out and spew their little hate. Here, I'm trying to talk about unity and opening your eyes, and then that's my point exactly. That's my point right there. Is some knucklehead that's got his eyes closed to what's going on around him. He's got to go up there and say something like, you know, some trash like that. Yeah, keep your eyes closed, buddy. Keep your eyes closed. Because that's what you're the problem. You're the problem with the way things are. You know, I got to kind of watch how I say this, but people are making a huge deal of this whole men that dress like women bull crap, right? I don't agree with it. That's my right not to agree with it, right? It's their right to be who they want to be. But let's go ahead and make a huge deal. Just let's make a huge overblown deal about less than 1% of the population. Yeah, let's go ahead and blow that all out of proportion, right? Let's make it an us versus them. When them is less than 1% of the population. Y'all don't see where this is going? Y'all don't see? I mean, it's right there. It's their narrative. And their narrative, when I mean their narrative, I mean the people in control, not in charge. We should be the people in charge, the citizens of this country that vote, that elect these officials. We elect them because we're in charge. We are in charge. But the minute they get elected, some little thing clicks in their brain that says, I got the power now. I got the authority. And this is where they're wrong. But you know what? These little sissy laws want to run around here and feed into it, and that's when they do have the power. That's when they do, you know, that's when you hand the power over. Oh no, well, we don't like this, so we better get with our elected officials and get these taken away. You know, people have been talking about this gold confiscation. Excuse me, how it may happen again. What are we going to do when they come and confiscate our gold? That's why we need gold backs, because they won't confiscate gold backs. Yeah, okay. By the time they make it to come confiscate gold and silver from people's houses, it's going to be it, it's going to be a catastrophic event. It's going to be huge. Hey, Broke, how's it going? So, you know, I've got an eye itch. I've got an eye twitch. I don't know why that set me off so much. I don't know why that set me off so much. But it did, because it has no room. You know, these kids that like to say that, they have no clue what happened in the 1930s and 1940s. They just go by what their professor in college has told them. So that's why they associate the president with Adolf Hitler. You know, because there's no individual thinking. Think for yourself, man. Think for yourself. Don't fall in line with what everybody else is telling you to think. And that's the problem. These kids go to university, they ain't got a brain cell one to be able to form a original thought on their own. It's all rehashed garbage that some professor poured into their brain housing group. And these dumb kids think it's gospel. They think, oh, well, the professor said it, so it's got to be fact. Meanwhile, it's all ideological. It's all ideology. It's all what their professor thinks, what their professor feels. That's what they're teaching. They're not teaching facts. They're teaching feelings, and this country is going to be dumber for it. While the rest of the world is preparing their kids and educating their kids, what do we got? We got TikTok. We got people idolizing rap artists and actors and actresses, athletes. What's that? Where's that getting us? Where's that getting us? You know, growing up, there was two things every little boy wanted to be. They wanted to be an astronaut, or there was a couple more. They wanted to be an astronaut, a fireman, or a policeman, right? That's kind of how everybody grew up, you know. That's what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be a fireman. OTG. And now you ask some of these kids what their number one, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they're talking about, I want to be an influencer. I want to be a video game designer. I want to be how about we change that up? And how about we start teaching our kids to be, I want to contribute something to this society. I want to be I want to be a part of the solution, not part of the problem. You know, we'd be a hell of a lot further off. And space, I don't know if the world's flat or not. I've never been up there. You know, I mean, I've had teachers. God, I don't know. I can't remember what my teachers ever said about that. But oh, great! Now we got another one of these goddess of fertility. Let me guess. That's where the rabbits come in, Graven. You know, if you want to believe the world's flat, more power to you. I mean, none of us really know. So why the eggs? Well, apparently your god of fertility says rabbits are laying the eggs. Don't come in here with that nonsense, with your paganism. Oh, God, the world could be flat. Who knows? I mean, we just had this Blue Origins launch, right? That was staged. I mean, it was fake. Yeah, well, research the Bible. Yeah, research the gospel then. Yep. Don't research and don't research mythology. That's why they call it. That's why it's myth, because it's a fable. You know, so we could very well have been being lied to this whole time about the Earth being round. It could be flat. We don't know. But the respectable thing is to respect everybody's thoughts and opinions. Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to believe it, but everybody has the right to their thoughts and opinions. Stormy, do you really believe that? Were you there? Were you there? Were you there, or is that just what somebody said? Broke. I like hot dogs. I'm not calling anybody names. I'm just saying go somewhere else with that. Well, I'm not the one making claims. You are. That's it. You see, I'm not the one making claims about it. You are. There you go, space. That's truth right there. You can believe it's 5 all you want. Well, study some more. Study some more. Anyhow, y'all have a great day. I'm going to get everybody fed. Stormy, God bless you. God bless you and bring you all the joys and happiness. Believe in his word, study in his word, and you'll see how much better life can get for you if that's what you choose to believe. Which God, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. That's who. You know, the Alpha and the Omega. Yeah, there's a reason why it says that, why he says the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. That's the God I'm talking about. Well, yeah, there you go, SGT, the Lion and the Lamb. Amen, Space. Y'all have a great day. Happy Easter. All glory to God. There's nothing that we do in this life that is without Him or because of Him. God bless everybody.